Alicia, Silam. Si tú no puedes entiéndesme, yo pero habla en español. Si te quieres me habla en un idioma diferente para ti. Oh wait, you don't. You probably don't speak Spanish. Uh, Aussie. So it's not Aussie. It's Aussie. I don't. I'll never get it. I guess. See, if I was from the South Side and if I was talking like this with this and that, down there and down there, the Bears, the Bulls kind of accent. That's more the South Side. Yeah, I guess I got a Chicago accent. Moved out to the sticks. A little bit farther out, where the cows, basically where the cornfield meets the ghetto. Um, the Australian accent, I don't know. All I know of it is from Paul Hogan movies. Goanna, uh, Melbourne. I guess I'm saying Melbourne wrong. Uh, what else do you say? Goanna, isn't that a lizard or something that you eat, or a snake? Some people eat the Aboriginals. What other words do you say? I don't know. How do you say aluminum? Because all the South Africans say aluminium, and so do the British. I don't know if the Australians are like us, but I think the dual citizenship had to do with the immigrants because you had the colonialists because everybody said, "Oh, everybody's an immigrant." No, there were the indigenous people, then there were colonialists, and then the immigrants came. Uh, and around the turn of the last century, they were worried about anarchists, and then it became communists, and it was an issue of voting. What I think broke the barrier was uh, the holding dual citizenship with Israel, and why should Israel be the exception? I think it went to Canada, and then I think it went to many countries. I think the issue is just for voting. I haven't looked into it very much. I may have to. I My birth certificate's from Downers Grove, but it's funny where people in my family were born. There's a good chance I've had some slip ups when talking to my parents that I actually was born in Cartagena. Why my mother was flying when she was pregnant, I have no idea, but apparently I have been out of the country. But I say I'm born in Downers Grove. Uh, yeah, Chicago accents are different from Yankee. If you say Yankee, someone in Chicago, that usually applies to the New England area. Uh, Anything north of New York where it goes up in like the stretch. Again, I assume nobody knows what the map of the U.S. looks like because I don't. The average American. I know what other countries are like because I was in geography. I actually won geography B when I was in fourth grade. Not to brag about myself or anything, but I'm pretty familiar with other countries because I love history and culture. But most Americans don't know what other countries' prime ministers are or anything like that. But surprisingly, many people outside the United States know more about the geography of America of the United States than we do, than us Americans. And the Southerners, if you ever get a Southerner talking to you on here, somebody from the South, which is the Southeast, it's not, it doesn't include Arizona or California or anything like that. It's just the Southeast. It goes from basically Maryland, which they consider themselves Southerners, but it really starts at Virginia. But the Mason-Dixon line is Maryland, Pennsylvania, and then it curves down to Texas. Call them Yankees and get a fight. I knew somebody about 20 years ago who was going on a motorcycle ride around Australia, and he kept getting called a septic. Is that a diss, or is that, he said I almost got in a couple of fights, but that's just what they were calling me, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't think that's a kind word to say to somebody, like septic tank almost. Uh, I don't think you want me to try. I wonder if you could try talking in in a Chicago accent. It'd be kind of funny. I don't know if I could do an Australian one. I've seen a lot of Mel Gibson movies when he still had his accent. But I would just sound. I would be blush red with embarrassment. Maybe the words that you misunderstood. The branch of Orthodoxy I am is from the See of Antioch, which is displaced in Damascus, Syria, and we are Antiochian, Antiochian, also called Syriac, but there are Oriental Orthodox that are Syriac. And get this, okay, Eastern and Oriental are the exact same word, identical. Oriental and Eastern is the same. Orient and East is the same. Uh, and then Syriac Orthodox. So one of them, it just took the name of the city, Antiochian Orthodox. Uh, a lot of times they're called the Greek Orthodox of Syria or the Syriacs, but the Syriacs encompass, or the Antiochians encompass Syria, Jordan, Palestine, parts of Iraq, and that's the See of Antioch, the See of Rome, the See of Alexandria, See of Constantinople, See of Jerusalem. All of Jerusalem has been hijacked by Greece. Since there's been ethnic tension between the Greeks, the term Greek Orthodox, we don't like that applied to us, although in differentiating, it's like Roman Catholicism. Well, to be Roman Catholic, do you have to live in the city of Rome? Do you have to be an Italian? No, I mean, of course not. So we say Greek Orthodox. Well, why aren't you Greek? Well, because that's the Greek meant the language that was used originally in the liturgy. I mean, technically, the the Russian Orthodox Church is called the Greek Orthodox Church of Russia, even though nobody ever spoke Greek there, and they basically do their own thing and don't even recognize the Patriarchate of Constantinople. So there are different flavors. I loved your video. So it's Aussie, not Aussie. I don't hear a difference. Um, I say Aussie, but I don't know. I guess that's a riot down there. But I'd love to hear you try talking in a Chicago accent. See, I can't even tell Gambler's accent. He didn't even sound like he got an accent. He didn't even sound like he got a New York accent. New York accent. Oh, Boston. I parked the car right there, like car yard. That's how they talk. Strange, and for the heavy Boston Yankee accent, Southerners. Oh my gosh, ugh, it makes my skin crawl. Southern accent, but yeah, the Chicago accent. Usually it's a lot of D's and stuff. Like I always, whenever people try to correct me, I say this word, letter. They say letter. Yeah, I said you said letter, not letter. See, because you talk how you talk. It's letter. But I noticed English people say letter. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was wicked badass awesome. It was a rockin' accent you got there. I usually don't like Australian accents, but yours is awesome. Paul Hogan kicks ass. Again, child of the '80s, so I love the Crocodile Dundee movies. You guys probably hate him. Couldn't stand Yahoo Serious. Again, this is stuff from 20 years ago. But yeah, it got eight. We got 8 feet of snow last year in under 24 hours. 8 feet of snow. 8 feet. We had to keep the dogs inside the house because they could literally walk over the fence. Check out the news from last year. We got 8 feet of snow. In my parents, I remember my parents telling me in '73 they got 16 feet of snow, and in '69 they got 23 feet of snow. The coldest it gets around here is, I think last year it wasn't that cold. Or no, 2 years ago it wasn't that cold. It got down to 37 below zero, and that's Fahrenheit. 37 degrees below zero Fahrenheit. In the summertime it gets up to 103. And remember, we have Lake Michigan right over there. We've got the Fox River. We've got Chicago River. We've got tons of rivers around here. Marshland everywhere. Real hot, real humid. We've got mosquitoes the size of dogs. Uh, most humid place I've been to is Virginia, where they have basically inland waterways that they call rivers in Chesapeake Bay, and that's crazy humid. It's almost like drinking a glass of water when you breathe in. Yeah, hate the winter. Can't stand it. Right now it is 1 second. It is 19 degrees outside. So I don't know what 19 degrees Fahrenheit is for you, but that's well below freezing. I think we're getting everything's lightly dusted with snow. Not 8 feet yet, but yeah, last year in Chicago, Lakeshore Drive, we also call it LSD. So when you're calling somebody on the phone and say, "Yeah, I'm stuck on LSD," sometimes they don't know what you're saying. Think you're talking about something else. But accents are awesome. The only accent I can't stand is the well, no, the only language I that I hate hearing is French. I just don't. It just sounds disgusting to me. Where everybody loves it, and I don't understand it. That and Yiddish. But yeah, accents kick ass. Uh, so apparently I got a Chicago accent. I don't hear it, but you know, it's kind of funny when you go to different states, you almost start picking up a little bit on their accent. But peace to you. And there was a funny Simpsons episode where they fly to Australia and they go, uh, "Our we're now entering Australia where the time is tomorrow," because you guys are on the opposite end. Uh, all right, Alicia's Asylum. Peace to you. It's easier saying Alicia Asylum. It's almost like your last name, Alicia's Asylum. At least I don't call you Alicia, right? And it's kind of funny when I speak Spanish. I can't understand the people from Spain or the people from Puerto Rico because of their accents because I learned Mexican Spanish. So when people say, what language?" I say American, or I say English and Mexican. Like, what? No, it's Spanish. I say, no, but I learned it from working with Mexicans, even though my family had been from Buenos Aires, but I wasn't raised with it. My older brother and sister were. Well, I got two brothers, two sisters. The older ones learned it and then stopped using it. So I didn't get the South American accent. I got the Mexican accent. Found out some of the words that I'm using in Spanish are actually Mayan and Aztec and Navajo words. Just they're anglicized words in English. Well, these are Hispanicized or whatever you'd call it in their language. So peace to you. Love the video. And I guess this is my response. So hope you get a good laugh out of this one. Goanna, not banana. Goanna. I don't know. Melbourne. I always say Melbourne. Melbourne. People say Melbourne. Laugh. But what is septic? What is that? Because I heard a while ago some asshole that had brought his Harley all over Australia to ride it around there. But he said he kept being called that. But I don't know. Whatever else I was gonna say has been forgotten in my foggy mind. So peace to you. And I have Antiochian or Syriac, might be easier for you. Syriac Orthodox, non-Oriental, or you can say Chalcedonian Syriac, but not Roman Catholic, not Uniate, not Maronite, not Melkite, certainly not Malabar or Malankar. You can see all the differences. I think I made a video about the five different bishops that are in Antioch that all use the name Ignatius and all claim to be the bishop of Antioch. I should do that sometime. And three of them are from the Catholic Church, so the Catholic Church has infighting. Oh no, there's seven. There's actually seven because there's these. Well, that's a different video. Alicia's Asylum, peace to you. Have a good day.